What it do, what it do. Hey, this is my B Music. I'm clocking home, baby. You feel me? Hey, we got a good one in store today. Do you hear me? Hey, go ahead and when you come in here, what I want you to do is just go ahead and share it live, man. Just go ahead and share it. Tag some people. Bring them on. Hold on, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Tap in, baby. Santana in the house. Do you hear me? What it do, Santana? Thank you so much for logging on, man. Hey, we finna get into it today. You know what I'm saying? We finna get into it today, and I'm excited. We got a special, special guest. What's up, Pam? Thank you for checking in, baby. Hey, everybody share this live for me. Hey, this interview right here finna go crazy. You hear me? I'm speaking it in the name of Jesus. I'm speaking it, y'all. This interview finna go crazy. We got 19 people on here. I'm just waiting on Anthony Q to come on. Come to Biloxi, Mississippi. I hear you. Denise Brooks, what it do? Lakeithia Metcalf, what it do? Hey, we finna get this thing started, man. My special guest has arrived. Do you hear me? Hey, today is one of them days where I just sit back and I just listen. I ain't gotta do that much talking. I need to just tell myself to. Cause this man right here, this is a man with a plan. This is a man that understands. Hey, I need more people to come on in here. We got 42 people. Once we get up to 60 people, we're gonna get this show started. Okay. DL Money, what to do? So share this live to groups. Share this live to groups. Share this to Anthony Q fan pages. Share this to Maya B Music fan pages. Go ahead and share this to all kind of groups and things. We need everybody on deck. All hands on deck. We got 57 people in here. We finna get this thing started. You know what I'm saying? But I wanted to do it a little bit like this. Hold on, y'all. Come on in here. We got 60 in here now. What it do, what it do, what it do, what it do. So this how I want to do it right here. Let me show y'all how I want to do it. You know what I'm saying? Something like this right here. This how I want to do it right here. Yeah. Hey, hey. Shut it loud, y'all. Hey. Can I just talk? That talk. Hey. Come on. Hey. Baby. You know how we doing it, isn't it? You gotta do what you do and let them do what they do. If they talk about you should know they'll talk about you. Hey, they get mad when you walk that walk. Hey, just do is talk that talk. Hey, what's up? Walk that walk. Hey, till you wanna let's go. Just keep walking on it. Talk about a man upstairs. So what's the thing to doing down here? One thing people go. I just had to bring the vibe in like that. So I prepared this intro. Is small in comparison to how big and large this guest is. You feel me? So let me just tell y'all a little something like this right here. Let me tell y'all a little something. This is the intro for my guest. All right, y'all share this live. Let's see, can we touch a hundred followers tonight? Can we get 100 views on here tonight? We got 78. Can we get up to 100? What's up, Phyllis George, Tijuana, TT, Gwendale? What it do? I thank y'all for checking in. Y'all go ahead and share this live. Follow Anthony Q. Follow myself. Let's get it up, baby. We at 81. Go ahead and share this live for me. Chelsea Boo, if you on here, you know what to do. Santana, if you on here, you know what to do. Share this live for me. What's up, Yvette Boo? Sharon, what to do? Sharon Nita, what to do? All right, so tonight's guest is an artist whose work has translated into real recognition across the music industry and has left a mark in the Southern Soul, R&B, and blues space. Born and raised in Memphis, he's released a growing catalog of records that have earned chart placements, strong streaming numbers, and millions of fans. Songs like Walk That Walk that I just played, songs like Try Loving Me, and songs like Fake Ish. That's the first song that I knew I recognized this man on. You feel me? Fake Ish. I love that song. You feel me? What separates him is not just the traction that he's gained, but the intention, the discipline, the emotional depth, and the understanding of how to build a career the right way. MB fam, huh? MB fam, join me in welcoming an artist who's turning momentum into legacy. None other than, huh? Mr. Huh? Anthony, huh? Q, let me see, can I do this the right way? Let me see, can I do this the right way? Let me see, can I do this the right way? Huh?
Yeah, man.
See?
What's happening with you?
What it do, Anthony Q, baby?
Man,
Listen.
what's going on, baby? How you doing?
I'm well, man. I just want to say first and foremost before we get this thing started that, man, I appreciate you, dog. I
That,
appreciate you for coming on here. I appreciate you for lending your time. I
yeah,
appreciate you for when we talked on the phone, you were just so warm and
yeah,
genuine. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying? You
yeah,
know, and so I want to say thank you. My fans have been asking for you over here. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? And I just appreciate you for coming on. How you feeling today, man?
Man, feeling better. I actually had came down with the flu, man, and this is actually I call it the my first recovery day where I really feel a lot better. You know what I'm saying? No, but man, it's a blessing to have connected with you. You know, so many people have. First of all, I've been watching you way before 5 More Minutes. I was watching when you just going viral. Kind of, I like, a lot of us have the same kind of path. We may hadn't jumped off into the genre yet, but we had a calling with music. You know what I mean? You got the same soul, and I remember the first time, like I said, somebody, my one of my guys, shout out to Lambo, was like, man, you know who I want to see you do something with? I'm like, who? He like, Maya B. Man, she cold. She cold. She cold. And I was like, and that's how I was like, you know what? I don't have no connection. I have no direct line to her. I said, but man, it don't hurt to reach out. And then just to see you come across my following, I like couldn't be nothing more of just your energy too. You know what I'm saying? You talked about energy, but um your energy transcends through your music. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
you can tell that you mean well with the verbiage that you use, right?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
tell people all the time, like, the Fake Ish record, for me was I was in a place in my life.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I used to tell people I made street gospel, but now I'm more about not necessarily gospel, but gospel, like trying to make sure that I got the right verbiage. But yeah, nah, it's a blessing to be on. I feel better than what I've been feeling, so that's always a blessing.
Hey, I'm so glad you recovering, man. I'm so glad you on the man. You feel me? But
Yeah.
before we even jump into the interview, 'cause I got a few questions for you, right?
I did it.
Man, you just used the word verbiage, right? Oh my
Uh
God, dog,
huh.
your vocabulary, right? And it's different because a lot of time my manager Summers, right? I'll be talking to other artists, right? She'll be like, Maya, don't be talking that business, don't be talking that book talk. But with you, I
Yeah,
feel like I can do that, and I feel like I can learn something from it.
yeah,
You feel me?
yeah,
So
yeah.
where does this intelligence, the word play, what does that come from, man?
So I used to. I've been watching sports since I was younger. Like a lot of people watch sports, but I was around my elders, right? I never was pacifier in such a way where people would never goo goo gaga on me. It was always talking directly to me, so I knew how to read stats and numbers and stuff like that. I was reading newspapers at 5 years old. You know what I'm saying? So that increased my vocabulary. But I think through trial and error, like I go through all my trial and error different than other people. You know what I'm saying? I learn from it. I take it in. Don't get it wrong. Now I can get in my feelings. But I take it and I apply the knowledge. Okay, now I know if this is a percentage or this, that, and the third. This is how this goes. I normally just try to feed it back to the artist in a way that they understand and won't feel like I'm trying to screw them over. So I'm normally like, hey, when you do this, this is what it's gonna look like. You know what I'm saying? And you just gotta be prepared and understand like this is what's gonna go on in the event you want to go through. Now you can always take the other way around, but you just gotta know it's gonna be harder and you're gonna have to rely on self a lot more.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
lot of wisdom that you carry, man. It's a lot of wisdom and knowledge that you carry. That's one thing that I love the music. I love that walk. I love that fake ish, right? But you as a person, man, I could
yeah,
tell that there's a depth there to you that is just, that's magnetic. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Let me see. So hold on one second. Let me get my stuff together.
Right,
Okay. So, uh, so tell me more. I know we know you're from Memphis. We know
right,
that you can sing. We know you got that soulful voice.
right,
But for the people who are watching, let's go a little bit deeper past the surface.
right.
Who is Anthony Q? What do you stand on? What do you stand for? You know what I'm saying? Who is Anthony Q?
Solid. Uh, some of the time we use the verb is real, right? Well, all of us are real. All of us got a beating heart. All of us got a brain. Now, ain't no man or no woman without flaw, but I'm solid. So it's like what I say, I meant it, and I stand on it. And even through that comes trials and tribulations, because everybody cannot stand in the same place that you stand on, and because that it breeds a lot of envy. And me, you talked about that a little bit, but and it's for me, I'm a lot more fragile than I think I show. I think I care a lot more about the people that are around me, you know what I'm saying? What they think, I guess, because I'm always fearful that I got people around me that or even other artists, you kind of like, I hope they don't think I'm being fake with them. I hope they know that I love them.
Yeah.
I always bring up any artist that I met. I think we talked about Mike, because he's younger. We talked about Tonio. Everybody like that is like, man, it's so hard because you never know, like, if all the love that you gives out is going unseen. But I just remain solid. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, it's gonna be challenging. It's not easy. Um, and I'm not saying I'm more solid than anybody else. It's just what I stand on. You know what I'm saying? It's like, if I say I mess with you, sometimes I'm a family man, so I deal with my children a lot. Recently just started going through a divorce, so that's been
Mm-hmm.
challenging. So when people see me as not necessarily standoffish, but they can't really read me. I'm kind of in my own little bubble, and sometimes that can read as dismissive, but it's not. So if I say I love you, I mean it. So that go for anybody watching it. I'm solid. If I say I mess with you, man, please don't take the silence, man. Charge it to my mind, I'm all.
So solid, man, solid. Um, and you say one side of you that you show that not many people know is that, like, that emotional part, right?
Right, right,
So
right,
that's one thing that I like about you, man. You know what I'm saying? Is that that emotional depth. You know what I'm saying?
right,
Um, and that level of vulnerability that's not common for many men that I see, right?
right,
And
right,
so that's one thing in relationships. I'm be honest with the LGBTQ thing. You know what I'm
yep,
saying? That's what make me gravitate toward women because
right,
of their emotional vulnerability. But
right,
see, if
right,
I would have been dating at 14 and 15, and I would have
yep.
known, hey, maybe it would have been, a little different. but,
Hey, hey,
but,
yeah, yeah.
so my question is, where did you learn that emotional intelligence, and were there any men in your life that made it feel okay to be open and vulnerable and to be open like that? You know what I'm saying?
Honestly, I'm gonna say this. I was around traditional men, right?
Right,
Who had a certain way about themselves.
right.
Um, but we come up in the time. I was born in '88, so I'm 37.
Hmm.
Um, and I can just remember as time started changing. I actually went to therapy. I had about 40 hours of therapy, and you hide who you are when you're not truthful with emotions. Feelings aren't facts; they're just feelings. So I may go, "Man, B, you don't love me for real." And now that's not facts; that's feelings, right? But I learned to say it so somebody can reassure me, right? So somebody can say, "That's not true. I love you. I hate you feel that way," right? So I had to learn how to be vulnerable just so I can get the reassurance that I needed. We second guess everything around us, whether it's occupation, you know what I'm saying? You spoke to sexuality. I got friends, I tell them all the time, like, just be true to self. Whatever you feel, hey, that is your truth. Like we don't nobody else get to take it from you. And man, it's crazy because it don't make you less attractive or more attractive. It don't, you know what I'm saying? It don't make you more real or less real, less solid, more solid. And I learned to the more I learned to embrace the things that I felt like made me vulnerable, right? It made me love everyone better. You know what I mean? Because it's like I can be flawed. I can be the person that needs to offer reassurance. So now I try to make sure, like, okay, before I shoot off, before I feel away, let me just speak on my feelings in a safe
Right.
space. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of it is still learning for me, but I'm a traditional man that understand modern times. You know what I'm saying? Like people have their belief systems and things of that nature. And I just learned that my belief systems does not matter in comparison to what of God, right? If God tell me to love you, I love you. We ain't, hey, look, what you do is what we do. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not without flaw. Now, I didn't did so much where if you talk to some women that knew me, you be like, ooh, ooh. You be like, you know what I'm saying? So for me, it'd be like, if you love me, man, I'm just happy to be receiving some love. So I just learned to be, even with all my traditional teachings, I know how to lay side, build fences, all of it. You know what I'm saying? Get my hands dirty, but at the end of the day, I don't think you can love things right until you're able to express yourself. You know what I'm saying? It's just not possible.
Right, right. And so, I mean, and that takes courage, man. In today's world, that
For
takes
sure.
courage for a woman, and especially it takes courage for a man and a black man. It seems to be to me. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
yeah,
saying?
no, for sure.
And so, there are different things that we have to put away in life. Certain fears that we have to put away from life. Let me
Right.
go back to this. You talked about therapy. Are there some other things, other tools, other things that you learned in therapy that you carried with you, or things that you thought about yourself that you like, man, I do that, or you know what I'm saying? Or that's what did you learn in therapy?
Just learn, like I always tell, I go by Anthony Q. My real name is Anthony Quinn Ward. That's my real name. But everybody calls me Q. And
Mm-hmm.
for so long, Q is charismatic, you know what I'm saying, smiles, know how to woo the ladies, you know what I'm saying? But Anthony's very timid, scared, you know what I'm saying, had stage fright. And I had to learn how to be Q in order to like court women, right?
Right.
In order to work in high places and even do my music. But therapy taught me simply that I was walking around with masks, and thus the reason why I harbored so much resentment for people that valued Q, right? I literally was hating,
Oh.
I literally was hating people for loving Q because I wasn't being true to self and showing them who I really was. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh, try loving me, baby.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
Try
For sure.
love. That's deep, man.
Yeah, for
That's
sure.
deep. So you were resenting people for loving the mass, the representative of yourself that you was presenting to the world, but they
Right.
didn't. What was it? Because they didn't dig deeper, or you know
Well, it
what
was
I'm
just
saying?
because it's just because you like the charismatic charm. Like women that would want to date Q, it's like you like how I smell, you like that I walk with my head up, you like the rasp in my voice, but not knowing like, man, I'm really introverted for real. Um, I really don't know how to court. If you're asking Anthony to court you, I'm probably gonna tell you that the sun shines on your eyes, and you're so beautiful. And I can't wait till we get build a fence around our nice, the white picket fence around the house. But the way Q gonna speak is gonna be like, hey, how you doing? Let me pump your gas real quick. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, hey, baby, you smell good. Like, it's all game and it's all a facade. And so the moment I knew people would fall for the facade, I just knew they
Yeah.
didn't love me for real. But again, it wasn't fair because I wasn't presenting it for them to know if they would love me or not.
So are you moving into a season now where you're more comfortable to present that person, and are you surrounded by people? Because what it speaks to me is like, take everything about me. Take my
Yeah,
flaws, take my good days, take my shot part, take my out, you know what I'm saying? Take my
yeah,
argument, but be willing to talk through it with me. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Like, but do you feel like you've gotten to a place where you feel more comfortable presenting that, and are you surrounded by people now that accept more of that
So
version of yourself?
I would say, so I don't know about being surrounded by people that necessarily accept it because you don't necessarily get rid of people like when you start transitioning into a certain space of your life. So that they got to readapt and you got to give them a chance to see. But I also have to have tough conversations. Like I just got through having a conversation with somebody and I was like, look, you're not hearing me. I told you my feelings and you essentially disregarded my feelings. We don't even got to talk about what my feelings was about. I just want to know that when I tell you my feelings, that you're gonna go, hey baby, or hey son, or hey cuz, or hey bro, like I'm sorry you feel that way. You can even tell me that my feelings are facts, but just don't tell me, man, you gas. Like so sometimes for me, I have to give grace and go, because normally I be ready to cut people off. Like the moment I see that you disregarding my feelings, fuck you. But now I didn't get to the place like that ain't growth cue. Like
Yeah,
everybody needs grace, and the closer that I find I get with God, right, the more I feel like I start understanding the fruits of the spirit. Like the same way you want grace and people to understand this newfound version of truth in yourself, you got to understand people can hear your truth doesn't mean that they have to accept it. People can hear your flaws don't mean they have to accept it. So I got to be truthful no matter the consequence. So now I just tell people my feelings, hope they understand. If I love you enough, even if I don't get the right answer in the moment, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna try again tomorrow, and hopefully we can find a resolution to it. That's pretty
oh,
much it.
that's so deep. Oh my god, it's so many similarities that I didn't know about, Q. It's
Hey, but
that
you know
we
what? It's
have.
something. But I can hear it in your I hear it in your voice and your message. I told you I pay attention to verbiage. When you got on here and you said you brought the fake ish record,
Yeah,
I was like, she didn't say shit, right? Now
yeah,
that's not a problem, but what it did was taught me about where your mental space is at and who
right,
you're trying to be as a person. Like, yeah, I can say the word, but I
yeah,
also want to be mindful for my followers who
yeah,
expect more of me, who
right,
expect me to watch my mouth, right?
right,
And I fall in love with the idea of human beings that say, hey, I understand that a song could sound better, maybe if I said Mother Effa.
yeah.
But I'm gonna say 5 more minutes. Still gotta go. Like and find a way. I'm gonna make some good music, and I ain't gotta do all that. Like
But listen,
I don't gotta do all that.
listen, Q. No, we looking at each other because I admire the fact that you can be real and raw and cuss a
Yeah,
motherfucker out. You hear
yeah,
me?
yeah,
You know
yeah,
what I'm
yeah,
saying? Hey, cause I'm like, hey, your screen went out real quick. But I admire the fact that and I'm get them, Q. You know what I'm saying? You still here with me, Q?
yeah. I'm back. I'm back.
Okay, and I'm get them cute, but see, and then being around my manager, see, okay, I grew up in the church, right?
Right,
And
right,
my parents are educators, and I went to I heard that you grew up in church, right? I
right,
grew
right,
up in church. Every Sunday school, every Bible study, I was there. I was singing in the choir. Not only that, my parents are educators, right? And
right,
I heard that your mama was in the military, right?
right, right,
My
right.
dad in the military. He was working with Desert Storm like your mama. You
Yeah,
know what
yeah.
I'm saying?
Mama fought in
So,
Desert. My mom and my stepfather they in there right here. They both fought in
oh,
Desert
both
Storm.
of them. Hey, tell
Yeah,
them
they
thank
do.
you for their service, man.
Yeah, yeah,
But
most
but
definitely.
but there are a lot of similarities that we have. But also, you know, I was kind of taught, you know, to keep my language, to not cuss, to so I grew up in a strict household. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
yes, yes,
And
yes,
so there were some things in some ways that other people could go off and express themselves that I couldn't do and I'm not yet comfortable doing. So when
yes,
I see y'all do that, you know what
yeah.
I'm saying?
You be like, say
Now,
that. Yeah, say
yeah,
it.
exactly. That's where I am now, though. I
Yeah,
wasn't there 2 years ago.
yeah.
Being around my manager, Sandra Joe, she a cussing sailor. You know what
Yeah.
I'm
Shout out
saying?
Saturday, man.
And
Hey,
so
look.
I have to. Sometimes we just have to meet in the middle. And sometimes now I find myself I'm having to behind the scenes give her a little cuss word. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah,
So it's a balance, man, and it's just I just appreciate even though I might not do it all the time, I appreciate other people's walks of life. And I
yeah.
appreciate people's story. And I appreciate
Right.
and I'm learning it's okay if we different. And,
Yeah, for
and,
sure.
and you
For
know what I'm saying?
sure. Oh my
Just,
God, yes.
it's
Yes, yes,
okay.
yes.
It's okay.
I love everything about different people. Like, I'm gonna tell you why. You get to looking at a person, right, and staring at them, and you start to understand them. Believe it or not, I try to get away from me cuss.
Mhm.
Mostly because I'm just changing. It has nothing to do with people. You know what I mean? Don't get it twisted. You catch me at a show. Oh, like I'm gonna come out my shirt. I call it the Memphis edition. I come out the shirt, my big old belly showing. And I'm like, I'm cool on that fake shit. And I keep my grass cut to see it stay shit. Like I get in that mode because that's part of my story. But when I think about what my grandmother Esther wanted from me, what my grandmother Dorothy thinks of it right now, people expect me to not this deeper than accolades. It's deeper than my ego. It's deeper than what sounds good. You know, it's a lot of sounding good music out here. I want I want my life to have purpose, and in order for my life to really have purpose, I gotta get scrutinized for being good, and so do you. The better you become as a person, the more you're gonna get scrutinized, the more people want to talk down on you, the more people want to make you feel bad, the more they gotta say about your lifestyle, the more they gotta bring up your past, you know what I'm saying? As if you ain't already lived it to know it. So like I might I made the song fake shit, so that's part of my story. I made cut ties, so sometimes you gotta say fuck them. But now I done learned that before I do it, I'm gonna embody the fruits of the spirit. And like I really need to sit down because a lot of times, sometimes you need to do some self-reflection. It's easy to cut people off as if they the problem, but sometimes it be self. You know what I mean? Sometimes you gotta isolate to become a better person. And I realized I cut some people off and it was for the betterment of me. But then I started realizing, you need to get your shit together, man. You know what I'm saying? For real. Like, I tell people all the time, like, oh, yo, I got women problems. And who fault is that, Q? You know what I'm saying? So when you go, I get to listening to Take Heed by Young Guys, so I'm like, damn, I gotta be better, don't it? You know what I'm saying? Like to watch people be good human beings, man, trust me, it's always an artist like me. If Mind B can do it, I can do it. Not in a competitive place, but if she can say, hey, I'm gonna make me a song, but I'm going to embody every moral, how I was raised. I know my mom and them looking at me, and I'm not gonna get on here and use B and H all through my song. I ain't using the N word. I'm telling you, you having that spirit is infectious. It makes a person want to go, man. You say I'm grateful, like when people hear your story, I can tell it to you, and you still wouldn't feel it because you ain't live it. You understand what I'm saying? So,
Right.
so like you like, I don't know if you is, but I'm grateful. So I'm grateful to be able to encounter things that push me forward and don't hold me captive. I tell people, man, don't tell me who I was yesterday. I'm trying to escape yesterday. You hear me? Like
Yeah.
I was a motherfucker yesterday. I'm trying to be better today, though. You know, I woke up. I know I ate cheese yesterday. I said I ain't eating it today though. So, uh, nah, like the music can feel good sometimes, especially when you got some shit pent up to say. But I feel so good when I make a song and I see people that are 60 years old, 65, 71, and they coming up to me and be like, man, your song meant so much to me. I love when they get on my ass a little bit because I'm kind of got a big belly, so I get to dancing. My pants get to sagging. Hey, I like the song, put them pants up.
And
But
you in a different area then. You in a different era then, man.
yeah, yeah, for sure,
And,
for
and,
sure.
and that's something that coming over the Southern Soul and just being me, man.
Yeah.
That's something that I had to accept is that when we're making the type of music that we're making, I was thinking, right, that my
Right.
fan base was gonna be younger. I was thinking that you laugh at me. I
Yeah.
was thinking, Anthony Q, that my fan base was gonna be 25 to 35.
No.
I walks in the building, Anthony Q, and my fan base is 35 to 65.
You
And
gotta
that's
know.
something, you know what I'm saying?
You
And
gotta
that's
know.
and that's something that I had to accept. But there is a a piece of gold in that,
Come on.
because in order to, in the Bible it say, when I was a child, I spoke as a child. You know what I'm
Mm,
saying? But when
mm.
I became a woman, when I became a man, you know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? I had to put away. So that means that, Anthony Q, our music must be on a different level. There must
Yes.
be some type of wisdom that our
Yeah.
music embodies. You feel
Come
me?
on, man.
So,
Hey,
so
you have to live. You got to live to understand this. You know, they call it grown folks music, but it's deeper than that. It's that
right,
life music. You ain't
right.
lived enough to understand what it means to have to cut somebody off. You ain't lived enough to understand how to be grateful. You ain't lived enough to understand why you gotta walk that walk while them folks over there talk. So it's those things that make you go, you know what? All right. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
you start realizing that's how you know your purpose. When you
right.
realize what you thought just don't matter. God don't care about none of that. God don't care about that. Like, I thought a lot different. Like, I be watching certain artists and they get to dress it up and make it all cute and shiny. I be so jealous. I ain't gonna lie. I have my little moment. I was like, they say God is jealous God. So I know I'm no God, so I don't even expect to be better. So I be living there. I ain't like, ain't that about a bitch? I can't even do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't. And here's the thing. I made a lot of music before I went viral. And I feel like the reason why I never did, when God wants you in alignment, the doors won't open until He say so. See, we not supposed to be other industry. We here to make a
Mhm,
difference. And I'm not knocking no other artist. Hey, man, hey, to God be the glory, man. I wish blessings and nothing but success. But for
mhm,
artists like me, you specifically, right?
mhm,
Um, Unfortunately, we're gonna have a different route to go because our music has to align to help people through something. And
mhm.
what better than somebody that people will judge? I got tattoos all on my face, right? Like, look, you said you with the LGBTQ. Oh, they ready to say something about us. You hear me? Put us in that then. Cause I'm ready for it. I tell people all the time, I seen me before you ever saw me.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Like,
yeah,
these tattoos on my face on purpose. I put them there, so I know
yeah,
them. You know, I didn't felt like maybe you need to lose the derm. I said, why would I do that? Then you won't judge me, right?
yeah, yeah.
I need
Oh,
I need you to judge me so you can see that you're human just like me. So when
right,
you hear the story and you realize, damn, me and you both got work to do, and that's
right,
all
right,
I'm
right,
like. That's all I'm trying to say.
right,
We
right,
both
right.
got work to do. That's it. I ain't
That's
tripping
it.
though. I
That's
ain't tripping. We
it.
good though. We
Ain't
good.
nobody perfect out here. Ain't nobody
Yeah.
perfect. So I'm gonna take it back to this, right? I was watching an interview that you did, and you said that your grandfather, you know what I'm saying? You were telling a story about
Yeah.
how you were in a room and you were scared of the dark. And he
Yeah.
was like, you know what I'm saying? You are the light. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
And so, but that's deep on a different level. You already know that. You
Yeah.
know the
Yeah.
light. You know the
Yeah.
light that we carry. But I'm gonna go more in the and just I'm gonna go more physical with this, which with the lessons that your grandfather has taught you.
Right.
Um, what are some things, talking about wisdom? What are some things that he taught you along the way that you carry with you now? You know.
That fear only exists because you allow it. So even the light, right?
Mm-hmm.
Later long enough, you will see the light. And it's the simplest because you got to remember my grandfather from Greenville, Mississippi. Oh, God rest his soul. They're different, right? They had to put horseshoes on donkeys and all kind of shit. He walked mules and all kind of shit through side. Had his own landscaping business. So the things that they saw, he didn't even have a grade school education, but he understood, had a lot of wisdom and knew, like, we didn't have lights in our house, but I was never in the dark. So how could you ever tell me that you are in the dark and you're afraid of the dark? Lay there long enough, it'll get some light, and you lay there long enough, and you lay there, because he ain't gonna let you cut no TV on. They don't play that. The older folks, matter of fact, wouldn't even no TV in my room. That's how I was born in '88, so this had to be about 1992, 93.
Yeah.
Um, and I can just remember it was them small moments that he wouldn't even teach you. It's just something he said to you. See, he was too busy being a traditional man or working. So he would give you moments and pockets of gems, and you would have to go utilize them. I would take a piece of sod, and on the bottom of a piece of sod is spiders. There's always gonna be spiders on them. I don't give a damn. If you lay sod, if you ever laid some sod, there's gonna be spiders on that side. So you take that piece of sod, and I'm nervous as hell. I'm about 5, 6 years old, and my granddaddy like, "What's wrong with you?" And I'm like, "It's a spider on here." He said, "Did it say something to you? Did it got a problem?" And I'm like, now, but you can't be smart, which I grew up in a different time. You can't get smart. So I just like, "No, sir." Right? He's like, "Well, then the spider more afraid of you than he is, it is a bit." And you start realizing when you take the time to see what you're afraid of, you realize it was never anything. I used to be afraid of leaves blowing because I thought it was something crawling on the ground. And my granddad said, "What you running from?" I tried to say I'm running. He was in a wheelchair. He'll grab me. "Stop. Turn around and look." I'm scared. I'm nervous. I'm scared of cat. You hear me? I turn around like this. The wind blow it again. I want to snatch away. He say, "Look." By the time we get close to my feet, though, I realize it's leaves. And now I stop pulling away.
Yeah,
Sometimes you just got to take the time to see what you think you fear. If you
yeah,
fear monogamy, if you fear God, if you fear financial stability, if you fear
yeah,
letting go of a toxic relationship, you won't know if you really fear it because you haven't
yeah.
faced it yet. Just face it. Just face
Ooh,
it. You don't know if
yeah,
God gonna forgive you because you feel like, "Oh my God, my grandma taught me this was a sin. My granddaddy said this is wrong, and this
right.
and the third." How you know
Yeah.
God? Why you saying God won't forgive you and you never faced him? You know what I'm
Ooh,
saying? So my grandfather
ooh.
just taught me that you only scared of stuff you choosing not to face.
Right, right, right,
That's it.
right.
That's it.
So that's a lesson to us all. You know what I'm saying? If there's a place in your life for all of my viewers, if there's a place in your life that there's fear, that where fear lies, God didn't give us the spirit of fear.
Come on,
Turn
man.
around and look at that. There were like you say, there were things I've been dealing with my entire life, but it was until I turned around and looked at that thing. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
And and,
Yeah.
and gave it to God. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, God's out there. I love you, God. You know what I'm saying?
And
you know.
you be like, "Hey, you can't tell me nothing. I talked to God already. We
Hey,
good."
hey, we got this. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? But we all have places in our life where we can get better. We're not perfect. But when it comes to fear, that's a lesson to us all. Turn around and look at that thing
Right.
and know that it ain't got no control over us, right?
Come
Okay,
on
so
now.
so so going a little bit deeper into the music, you know what I'm saying? Cause Sam, my manager, she was like, stay on the music, stay on the music. But I knew
Yeah.
you have too much emotional depth to not even to
Now I
not to
understand. Tell Sammy I feel it though. But we get
you know
it.
what I'm saying? But I just there's something about you. I just trust it, man. You just too intelligent. You're too savvy. You're too business savvy. I feel like you can handle it. I feel like you
Yeah.
can handle it all, right?
No, for sure.
So
For sure.
so okay. So let's talk about the music industry, right?
Right.
Uh uh as you rise, new challenges begin to pop up. You know what I'm saying? For me, right? As I
Right.
as I rise, new challenges begin to pop up for me. Like, I be seeing people, I be like, now I know they probably copied me when they did that. That wasn't
Ah.
nobody talking about that.
You better not. You better not, Dad. Yeah. Yeah. I ain't talk that talk, George. Yeah.
I know, and I felt overlooked, you know what I'm saying? And I felt, sometimes I compare myself to others, you know what I'm saying? But I know that's the thief of joy.
Right.
What are some interpersonal things that you've dealt with, as you went on, in the music industry?
I've dealt with a lot. I've dealt with from money being taken from me. I've dealt with but I'm gonna give you something more, like you said, somebody copying. I idolize in an artist standpoint this gospel rapper named Dex. I had just made a song called The Barbecue. And I was like, literally, I'm talking about the same fun. I go, the song that everybody's gonna be listening to, or I think it was on 4th of July. I had it, like these little quotations, a little box, same point. Swear to God, a day later, Dex has it. Now, me, I'm a little different. Like, one, I had already mentioned, like, hey, I love to do a record with Dex, right? And so when I seen that he emulated my caption, I'm like, hold on now, God dang it. you at least need to message me back, and we need to be friends first. You know what I'm saying? You don't need to just don't do that, right? One, because he already has such a widespread following. But I think, and I had to tell Tony Armani this. I remember I didn't jump off the porch with iPhone. When I first started recording my own little videos, it was on Android. And I remember looking at my content and looking at Tony Armani's content like, this, man, my shit ugly. This is good. You know what I'm saying? And I instantly started emulating it. Like, you know what I'm saying? The only difference is I'm very big on saying I did that. You know what I'm saying? Um, I,
Listen,
I
I,
see
I
you on
believe
that
in
porch.
credit. If you gonna copy, that's okay because we all copy in
Yeah,
some kind of way. But
yeah.
just if you know you like if there's something very specific, give credit. But go ahead. That's all I got to say. Go ahead.
You smile a lot. So like if I had to go, I'm gonna emulate mine. Like I smile, right? But I have a lot, but you smile like I believe what you're saying. Now, a lot of people don't know how content is made. Like a lot of times we're singing, the Bluetooth is playing, whatever. Yeah, we may be singing it, but we're really not singing it, right? We're not, we're not giving it. And to see you smile the way you do, I'm reading the content on a business scale, like, oh, that's super infectious. It makes me want to engage it. It makes me want to go, oh, she's a nice person, and I like what she's saying, and she sounds good. I'm sharing it. Okay, somebody's going to see that and go. Now, I hate to say it, teeth might be jacked up. You know what I'm saying? You know, and it may not hit as hard, but they're going to go. I need to smile a lot more when I do my content, and so it's hard though when you're building yourself up, right? It's hard to see somebody emulate you, either A, without giving you credit, or at least having a relationship first, right? Like it's
Yeah.
like, man, you ain't put a person, you ain't put me on the record or nothing.
Yeah.
You just went ahead and just. But I'm gonna tell you something. You're super great, and I give you. I remember, like, I haven't had a lot of backing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have help now, but I didn't at first. Like,
Mhm.
a lot of my following, by the time I got help, to be transparent from a business sense, I was already making $25,000 a month. Before
Mm.
I actually got any type of real financial help, I had to go off on my own. It's like nobody really would take a flyer for a lot of reasons. One, of my age. Two, not gonna lie, I'm gonna take some accountability. I am stubborn as shit. If you try to tell me to like, you don't need that iPhone, what you need to get you is a cameraman and you need 20 something people around you, I'd be like, oh, you know what I'm saying? And so labels took offense to it, right? Like, and they took it as I didn't want to grow. I felt like I watch y'all do music videos for so many artists and it never does anything socially, right? And so I prop this phone up just like we're looking at it right now, and me and you go back forward, put the music over, and they're gonna be like, "Oh my God!" And it goes crazy viral because people respect the craft and people respect the message. But the music industry just it has taught me that unlike I handle my life, if you say too far in your feelings, you are going to fail. And not only that, people are going to tell you that you're the problem. It won't matter if you're right. Like this, in the music industry, it doesn't matter if you are morally right or, you know what I'm saying, you make a point. All it's going to see is that you're a problem. And let's say, if I'm more liked than you right now, you buck
Mhm.
me, those other people not going to buck me, right?
Mhm.
They want to play up
Mhm.
under me. You're
Mhm.
like, F that, my B's going to find her own way, right? I'm not
Mhm.
kissing no Anthony Q Tell, and I know he wrong, right?
Mhm.
Here's a problem. That DJ that you need your song to go to, he don't operate like that. He's gonna kiss my tail, right? That
Yeah.
that right there. And so now you might not even be talking bad about me. But guess who he is? I'm gonna beat you to the shout out to Marcelo because he taught me this. He said it be deeper than what you know, right? Sometimes a person will go because they know they did you dirty, they'll go beat you to the punch and go tell everybody that Maya B is the problem. And I'm telling you, I deal with it right now. I ain't gonna say no name. I have people all the time like handling me a certain way. And I don't be knowing. I be because I'm not in the circle. Like all of my following, man. No offense to Southern Soul, I got more followers than every Southern Soul artist out here. But it's not because I'm better. It's simply because that's where I started at. I started on TikTok. I started on Facebook. I started on IG. I didn't have the luxury of building what I call the organic show fan base, right? Like I
Mm-hmm.
tell people all the time, I might make on a good month, I might make okay money doing shows, but again, I make the vast majority of my money from social media.
Online.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and so you just got to be careful. Like when you see somebody doing you dirty, you remember it, take a step back, right? Refocus and go away from them. You're gonna do something. My B's gonna go viral. Somebody's gonna start talking about her. You're gonna bust a move. That same person. Hey, sis,
Ain't it
how you doing,
crazy?
baby? Hey,
Ain't it
look, I'm
crazy?
on in there. And you be like, now you know. Now you know,
Right.
I know you don't, but you can't say that. You gonna let them. Not because you cool with fake shit. It's simply because now it's in the business you. Now when we do this
Right.
record, what's the
Yeah.
splits look like? What's the
Right.
money? Versus if you just kept it G, you can be like, hey Q, I got this record. You gonna send it to me, I'm gonna send it right back to you. Let me know when the video ready. Now,
Right.
when I know you on fake shit, yeah, I need about 2,500.
Yeah. 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 It's gonna cost you. It's gonna cost you now.
We not friends. You know we not friends. I ain't mad at you, but let's
Right.
talk business. Let's talk turkey. I ain't
Right.
gonna now because when you go to somebody else, I ain't trying to charge me. They gonna look at you stupid like, bro, why wouldn't she charge you? Might be
Right.
the hottest in the game right now, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Now,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
now you can't talk down on me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you got to learn how to play the game the right way. And I ain't gonna lie, I hate that because I be feeling like, all right, listen, I'm almost 40 years old.
Right.
Either you do or you don't. And if you
Right.
don't, I ain't finna fight you. I ain't finna let you put your hands on me. And
Yeah.
even then, I would advise you not to do that because I'm gonna say I fear for my life. And what happens next happens. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? But I I would advise people, if you in this game, especially you, because you're a good person, just stay good, man. Like have your relationships. Cause a person like me might fall out with a person that you don't like, that you do love, right?
Right.
I tell you the best thing you can do is say, I ain't got nothing to do with this. Y'all got it. Right?
Yeah.
Don't let me
Yeah.
put you in the middle of it. Don't let them put you in the middle of it. Because the
Right.
truth of the matter is, it's probably BS all the way around the board. I'm
Right.
probably wrong. That person probably wrong. You will find
Right.
yourself trying to sit in the space, right? And that we
Right.
looking at you like you wrong. Man,
Right.
man, you fake. You like,
Yeah.
I'm fake. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I promise to God, all of these things are things as an artist I have been through, and I would just advise somebody with a great spirit is when I'm not just saying it. I'm talking about like when people bring people up to me, I go watch them. You know, I study them. I'm like, why would they say I sound? I'm like, oh, that's why. You know, we got this power voice, the messages in our music align. Like, that's why. But then I literally just fell in love with this man. I hadn't talked to you, hadn't seen any videos you talking to people. Just watching you do your content, like, man, she smile a lot. You know what I'm saying? And I
Yeah.
just feel like, man, damn, I need that. Like, I want to be around a person because you never know what even a person like me battle. I battle who love me every day. So when you see a
Right.
person that's smiling like that, it's like I ain't here to drain you. I'm like, give me some of that. I want to smile. Shit. I
Yeah.
don't want to. I don't even want to tell you my problems. I just want to tell you just keep being you. Thus, I don't want to poison you. I want to be like, damn, like let me sit next to the person that's smiling all the time. I don't even
Right.
want to tell you my problems. All of us got problems. I just want to tell you, you're gonna be good. Matter of fact, that's what I'm gonna say before I get off that subject. You're not gonna go through anything, right? That
Mhm.
unless God wants you to see somebody or something for who they are, right? Don't even
Right.
take it as a negative to them. Sometimes God just needs to show you to protect your smile. You don't need to
Yeah.
walk around. People will start seeing that and it will affect your fan base because trust me, it's a lot of people that love your voice, love your
Right.
look, but it's a lot of people that's just like, I just be stopping because she smiles so bright. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's just
Yeah.
that. And like for me, as an artist who be focused on my children and focused on my own music, man, your content is like, I needed that today. You know what I'm
Really,
saying?
man.
Yeah, for real. On mute.
Yeah.
On mute. I
Yeah.
can talk about just, oh, she's mad as hard. I wonder what, I wonder if Sammy must be messing with you in the background or something. You know? I like this. So you got And I know everybody got that story, but you got more love than trauma showing on you, and
Yeah,
just allow that. So even though the music industry will take you through it, man, on some life shit, you gonna be all right. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like
yeah,
what it's already sold. You know what I'm saying? Like it's
yeah.
already glowing. I stamp it.
I received that. Oh,
Come on.
I want to do this little tidbit. It's two more music questions. Then we're gonna. I'm gonna try to get you off of here under an hour, right?
Let's go.
So
Let's go.
okay, so if I have younger music artists, you know what I'm saying, or newer music artists, that look at these interviews, right? This is my second one, so I thank God I'm hitting it out the park by the grace of
Come on,
God. You
man.
know what I'm saying? I got Anthony Q on this thing, amen.
Come
But
on.
but if for a new artist, you know what I'm saying, that's looking, if you could tell them three things in today's climate, in today's world, to take them from this level to the next level, what are three tangible, actionable things that they can do to take themselves to the next level?
Move, fail, and remember why you failed. Right? The truth of the matter is, you can't even succeed until you what move, and you can't succeed until you learn how to fail, right? And so, but once you fail, you're gonna remember how you failed and watch you go win, right?
Right.
Because you've already went through the. So essentially, just follow the procedure, right? Like we could talk about what to dodge and what. Truth of the matter is, you can't. You can't. You can't dodge the trees. You can't go into a forest and not see trees. You can't go into a forest and not see a spider or a snake. You know what I'm saying? Damn near a deer, a bear, right? You're gonna have a damn mountain lion. There's all kind of things that you're going to come encounter with, and I don't want that to be the thought process of a young artist because you won't focus and work. Move means that don't make no excuses. You know you got to pay for a beat. You know you got to pay for a studio session. I remember when I first started off, I was borrowing $40 and $50 just to lease beats at a time, right? Until I started, I was paying what I call videographers that did mostly only hip hop artists. That's how I ended up doing a lot of those drop mics because those
Mm-hmm.
videos were cheaper. They were like $200, right?
Mm-hmm.
I would take them and only take about a week for it to come back. I would chop it up in like 1 minute increments, and I would find a nice caption. I for cut ties. I dropped it at the end of the year, and I was like, did he say what we're all thinking going into the New Year's, and essentially went viral, right? No handouts. I think I put why is the algorithm hiding him, right? Made the little TikTok voice say it, and go for there. Just moving, right? Just being proactive. You can't and every song that I did didn't go viral. I tell people this all the time, like, I'm gonna make a song go viral. Like, that is not, it's just gonna go, right? You're probably gonna make about 20 records before you strike gold, right?
Right.
Um, so keep moving. You're gonna find an identity, which is failure. Through failure, you're gonna find yourself and you're gonna see a certain level of success. Now, once this happens, yes, that's when life is gonna really happen. One, you're gonna make some money off of it. Two, you're gonna develop an ego, because we all have one. Three, you're gonna come encounter with other people that's just like you. And if you're not careful, you're gonna be at war, right? And you're still gonna have to produce at a high level. So as an artist, I would say focus, um, make relationships. I didn't network very well when I first came out, and I'm doing it now, right? And this is how you get me doing things like this, because I understand like the reason people were able to kind of handle me a certain way because they thought I was like, he don't fuck with nobody. He don't, you know what I'm saying? But it really wasn't like that. You know what I'm saying? So that was my fault. That was my bad, right?
Right.
But no, just move, fail, so you can go in. That's it.
Got you. Got you. And
Either one.
speaking on relationships, man, that's something that I'm a Cancerian. I'm an introvert. And then also when we speak on that, and I'm observant too, right? And I feel like there's a level of discernment that I have. And sometimes my
Mm-mm.
discernment can be a little too attuned. It can be a little too sensitive. And I'm sensitive.
Yeah.
And so to protect myself, I don't be in people's circle. Like people have to actually come up to me and show me warmth. But I
Yeah.
know if I'm gonna get to a new level, like you got millions of followers, right?
Right. Right.
And I have maybe 600,000, somewhere. It's coming up to a million
Yeah.
soon.
Yeah. You
You know
doing
what
it
I'm
though?
saying?
You doing it fast.
I'm coming up to it. But to go to the next level, you know what I'm saying? I am realizing now at the level I'm at, I have to welcome relationships and be more
Yes.
personable, and you know
Yes.
what I'm
Jesus Christ.
saying?
It make your anxiety rush, don't it?
I gotta step outside of my. I gotta step out. I am a cancer. I live in a shell, so I gotta step outside of my shell to make this work. But you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm so glad when we connected. When I reached out to you,
Right.
that you were warm to me. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah. For sure.
Yeah. So and okay, so you're doing major things. You got millions of followers. I see you that you've been throwing shows, I think, for years, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
For
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, so what's on the horizon for Anthony Q? What you ain't gotta talk micro. You can talk macro if you want to.
Nah,
You know
nah,
what I'm
nah, nah. You
saying?
know, like I'm always willing to give, man. The Southern Soul Lovers Tour. Uh,
Okay.
for so long, I called pretty much every Southern Soul artist I knew, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And so if you watching this and I haven't called you, that just means I don't have your number. Swear to God, don't shoot me. But
Yeah.
I I was like, dang, like a lot of us deal with promoters, and
Mm-hmm.
again, I'm not knocking none. Promoters have put money in my pocket just like they didn't put money in yours and others. But it would be more lucrative and more advantageous in a lot of spaces for artists to put their own things together collectively, and it could
Mm-hmm.
keep our finances flowing as well as push the genre forward. Southern Soul is still considered the barrel of all genres in the industry, like
Mm-hmm.
blues is
Mm-hmm.
considered, and
Mm-hmm.
in order to make a difference, right? You're talking to somebody. I've charted gospel 3 times. I've charted R&B soul charts 2 or 3 times. I've charted hip hop, the hip hop chart about 5 times.
Mm-hmm.
But I realized with the blues it was always easier, right? And it's not
Mm-hmm.
knocking it, but at the same time, it just means that we have to put the drummer forward. It doesn't mean that the music is bad. And so we have to get together, and I'm putting together the Southern Soul Lovers Tour. It's always going to be on a Sunday where you have a different array of artists. It might be me, Maya V, and Tony R. Money, right? And then you might have a show with 803 Fresh. Shout out to 803 Fresh. 803 Fresh, Tony O, Mike Clark, right?
Mike Lord,
And
yeah. Uh-huh.
you might have a young guy, Marcellus the singer, or me, however it goes, right? Or Cicely Will, Born Sharmika, Westlove, all of them, you know what I'm saying? I got a couple of my own people that been under my moniker. Shout out to Ashley Ave, incredible singer, but also incredible writer. Um, my guy Soulful Sony, that's who's on the Walk That Walk record with me.
Yeah.
Super talented. He's gonna have a big year.
Yeah.
And like I said, I talked to you about it. Like, I just want us to win. You know what I'm saying? I feel like if we was all together, 803 Fresh would have had a Grammy, right?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
all would have been bigger. So
Yeah.
him having the success he had in a genre that was already flourishing,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? At this point, he just looked like, yeah, he had the biggest blues record. But in
Yeah.
reality, no, bro had the biggest record in the world. Like, they could talk
Right.
that talk. We know the difference. But I say all that to say, that's it. That's it. I just want to put the Saturday Soul Lovers to us, so everybody be looking for it. We got a day coming up in Dallas. We're gonna have one in West Memphis. We're gonna have one here in Georgia. So I just want everybody to stay tuned. Of course, my birthday bash that my folks trying they damn it, you already booked on that day though.
Yeah.
Uh, he was like, I want that my B girl. I didn't talk to her. She booked. He like, yeah,
Can we
man.
talk dates? What date are you? Because that's in Memphis, right? What date is that?
January the 31st.
January 31st, Memphis. Listen, anybody in the Memphis area, what can they? What? How do they get?
Yeah, you
Do
can go
they?
on Ticketmaster. Man, I ain't gonna even lie, man. It's a blessing. We've already sold almost four to 500 tickets on the show. Man, it's doing crazy, man. But it holds 2,000. So make sure y'all go get them tickets. They are online. All you gotta do is type in Anthony Q birthday bash, Serve the Soul Lovers Tour. It's actually the first time we're popping it off. It ain't just my birthday bash, but the beginning of a tour, and I'm super excited. And like I said, it already then we got kind of made a little money on, right? And
Yeah,
so man,
yeah.
I'm super excited about the show, and but I'm more excited about the year, right? That we're gonna have.
Do you know the Atlanta date yet?
I don't. We working on it. I know the only one I know for sure is the Dallas, and I think that's April the 18th in
Okay.
Dallas.
Let
Yeah.
me know when. We'll talk. But even if I can just stop by and if I'm available, I would love to
I'll go.
see.
If you got dates open, like I said, it's gonna be on Sundays most of the time. It just so happened that venue in Dallas had a Saturday, but for the most part, it's gonna be Sunday because we knew that a lot of artists, especially like Mike Clark's schedule was it's already
Crazy,
crazy.
crazy.
So I wanted to be able to uh make it, you know what I'm saying, fair, not just for promoters, but for the artists to say yes. I don't want them to feel like, man, I want to mess with you, but I'm already, obligated here. You know what I'm saying? So, and again, I want to make sure that we eat, but also the fans have a good time and they see. So I'm definitely putting something together. Tonyo makes a lot of, I call it motivational music. So we gonna be you for sure gonna rap, but I definitely want to put something together. I think a show with us three on it would be
That'll be
stupid.
crazy. That'll be
Especially,
crazy.
especially, I got a couple people with some big churches, man, that would love to just see us pop in for a minute. I
That'll
think
be
it'd be fun
crazy.
for sure, for sure.
Let's talk. Let's talk. So we've reached that hour mark, y'all. What I want y'all to what's up, Asia Burks? What's up, Sharon Nita? What's up, Chelsea Boo? The Sylvia, what it do? Elaine, Sharon Nita. Hey, what I want y'all to do real quick, I want y'all to drop a question for Anthony Q. While I go to this, we got the rapid round. I'm gonna ask a question from the crowd, and then I'm gonna let you close out. And then I'm gonna close out to that. But so let's do this real quick, man. I want to do this with all my people that come on here. I'm gonna ask. This is called a speed round, right?
I
And I'm
bet.
I'm gonna I'm gonna say a word. I'm gonna say a phrase, and I want you to tell me the first thing that come to your mind. It could be a word or phrase in response. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So all right. Speed round. Do you prefer the studio or the stage?
Studio.
Studio. All right. Do you think that pain or peace makes the better music?
Hey.
Pain. Um, one word that describes your music right now.
uh, transitioning.
Transitioning. Ooh,
Yes.
I wish I
It's
could do
definitely
that.
different from what you might have seen with face shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to place, put it that
It's
way.
going so well. So keep
Yeah,
watching,
yeah,
huh?
yeah.
Okay. So what is one thing that Memphis taught you?
Man, Memphis is the cousin that will beat your ass. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
you know it love you. Like Memphis loved me to death, right?
Right.
But I had to get beat up a couple of times. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it would be like, all right, he took another ass whooping. That's our dog right there. You know what I'm saying? So like,
Yeah.
it just taught me to be able to persevere in the world. That's it. You know what I'm saying?
Got you. Um, what's the biggest lesson that music has taught you?
That I value life more than I value the sound of music.
Okay. Okay.
You know, I love music, but I think I value the verbiage and the importance of life, right?
Okay.
More than
Okay.
the sound, right? So that's it. That's about it.
Okay. So this Sammy is asked. I do this with everybody that come on the thing, man. So just I know you getting over the flu. Um, but can you just do this for me real quick? Do you
All
know
right.
as far as gospel? Do you know thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord.
Oh,
Thank you, Lord. You know that one?
no, but I sound good singing that. I listen. Thank you, Lord.
Okay, I tell you what.
Thank you, Lord. Yeah, yeah, listen.
Thank you, Lord. I just want to thank you, Lord. So I threw myself off with that. But is there one song that you can leave us with before we get off of here?
um, I remember. So I grew up in church, right?
Hmm.
And grew up Kojic, and it was a lot faster. Say, I'm gonna trust in the Lord. I'm gonna trust in the Lord. I'm gonna trust in the Lord until I die. Yeah, yeah, you know, yeah. Hey, look, yeah, man. Listen, listen. If my grandfather sitting there in that Dr. wheelchair, you better sing too. Yeah.
Hey, that's an oldie goldie right there. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, yes.
That'll get you through, man.
Sunday
And
school special.
somebody says, let me see what somebody says here. Um, let's see. When are you and Maya gonna make a song together?
Hey man, clock that T. Look at that. Tell her look at that. Yeah, man. Hey, I'm so ready for that. Hey, look, got me smiling. I feel like mine, yo. I'm all off. Hey, look, ASAP. Hey, ASAP, I'm ready for that ASAP. And we close.
Let's do it. Let's
And we
do it.
close. So we can really put it together.
Let's do it. Let's do it. I'm looking forward to it,
Come
man.
on now.
I'm looking
Yeah.
forward to it. And so the last thing here, I want you to go ahead and close us out because I know you busy. You've been on here for an hour. I thank you so much, Anthony Q.
I thank
It's
you having me. You know, I'm long
yes.
with it. Don't get. You need to see me and Tonio together talking. We'll be on this just for 4.5
Listen,
hours.
to do a little research for this, I watched about 20 minutes of the Soul House. I think it was with you
Yeah,
and him.
yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? And I wanted to come over to the house. I didn't. You know what I'm saying?
And we
But
were so over there in Stone Mountain, Georgia, kicking it. You hear me? Come
I,
on, man. If I had to do, hey, listen. Hey,
we
you
gonna
know
get we
now.
gonna get together. We gonna get
Come on.
together.
Yeah.
But I want you to close us out with just a thought for the people or something encouraging word. If you could say one thing from Anthony Q to the people that's listening, what would you tell the people as a closing word that they can hold on to?
So many people are gonna give you reasons to not believe, right?
Mhm.
To have self doubt, to lack faith. Somewhere, somebody woke up without the ability to walk for the first time. Somebody woke up and lost somebody that they loved dearly, but yet here you are, still able bodied, right? Still able to call that person that you ain't on good terms with and make it right, right? Somebody that you love. So no matter what it is, whether it's a relationship, whether it's financial hardship, whether it's your faith and belief system in God, um, you still got time to make it right. And so don't hold on to no regret. Don't hold on to the bull issue that you said yesterday that you know you didn't mean. You got tips and you said out of anger. You got the right to regroup and just, God said, I got you some more time. So just go ahead and get it right because it's somebody somewhere that ran out of time, for real.
Yeah, yeah. So as we close this, man, I just want to say, everybody, go ahead and follow Anthony Q. Go ahead and follow me.
Come on, please.
I know you got some followers over here.
Come, come,
I need a few.
come on, I'm finna share this just right now as soon as I can get off, yo. I'm like, I need
Yeah,
another phone. I got one phone. I feel messed up now. Somebody bring me a phone. Share this.
yeah, yes, sir. So y'all go ahead and follow Anthony Q. Go ahead and follow me. Share this live. Share this
Please.
live. Listen, he has shows coming up. The Southern Soul Lovers Tour.
Yeah.
Y'all, please go and say I saw you on the my soul session with Big Chocolate. She told me to come. Y'all go buy a ticket.
Yeah, man.
Go
Yeah, man.
support him. If you, I got just Memphis. Go to Memphis. Come to Atlanta, y'all.
Come
Please
on.
just let's support this black soulful man. Let's support him, y'all. Let's stand behind him. And I thank him so much for coming. I thank you so much, Anthony
Thank you,
Q.
man. I ain't gonna lie, thank you for having me. Look, I was looking for. I actually was sitting there. I came and sat down. It was 8 o'clock. I said, she ain't clicked in here yet. So I slid out and looked at our messages. I said, oh, hey, shit, I ain't time yet. I was ready. So I was definitely ready, man. Definitely excited. Like I
Yeah,
said, getting over the flu, and like I said, it was meant. You know what I'm saying? Because I felt better. So God made it right. You know what I'm saying? And we got it done. Come
yeah.
on, man.
Hey, everybody share this live. Thank you, Anthony Q. I'm gonna let you go, man.
Thank you,
Much
Dad.
love to you. I'm watching you. Much success, my dude.
I know
Listen,
we finna go up. We close to. We finna
let
do
let
some work,
do it.
girl. Come
Let
on.
do it.
Come
Let
on,
do it.
man.
I love you. Just know wherever, whenever, I love you, and
I
it's
love you
up
too,
and
man.
it's love, baby. Much
Come on,
love.
man.
Okay.
Yes,
Let's do it.
ma'am. Let's do it.
All right.